Okay, this is Equal Surf Ireland Crypto, and this is an update on Polkabridge. Okay, so obviously the market, Bitcoin has continued to dump. As I'd stated in my previous market update, that we could see Bitcoin go down and retest $40,000. Today we've come down to 40,500, and we could still even have a capitulation candle down to $37,000 to put the fear across the market. And what would that mean? That would mean that every altcoin would get absolutely slaughtered. Now that would be dependent on what is happening with the dominance as well, of course, and Bitcoin dominance. And Bitcoin dominance is at 40%, which is quite bullish for the alts still, okay? Now when I'm looking at Polkabridge, this is the weekly chart. And I'm just going to get my arrow here. And what is it doing? Well, Polkabridge, again, still, I'll go back to my weekly chart. There's your neckline at around 60 cent. And it's still come back and retest the neckline of the overall cup and handle and bounced off it, okay? So we did get down, and I did previously say we could get down to the 50 cent, 54 cent level. And what did we go down to? We went down to 52 cent. Okay, now what have we done in the smaller overall structure? And we've actually gone back into the actual falling wedge. Now, I'm not like a prophet or anything, and I cannot tell exactly what is going to happen. Okay, you must be aware of that, and I think most of you are. But what can happen is, obviously, if Bitcoin decides to dump and go down and the market continues to be bearish, what it has been, we see moves like this on Polkabridge, and Polkabridge gets pulled back down into the wedge. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move my wedge. I'm going to go to the daily for a second. I'm going to move my wedge back up here. Okay, so we're still within the wedge. I could say now, unequivocally. Okay, and that's fine. All right. Now, where do I see this going, or what do I think will happen? And again, these are my opinions. This isn't financial advice. I don't, want to receive any more messages with people crying, telling me that they, I made them buy and they lost so much money listening to me. Anything I say here, you do not listen to me, or, this is my own opinion, and I love charting. And, I'm just sharing my charts, and this is what I've been doing from day one. A lot of my calls have come through on Polkabridge since it was at literally 30 cent. And yes, when the market is bearish like this, it invalidates everything I say or do, because Bitcoin starts dumping all of a sudden and it's in a downtrend, you will get your altcoin getting slaughtered, okay? And I still, think there's absolutely, this is my opinion, this is a fantastic time to buy for Polkabridge. The fundamentals are so strong. It's got a working movement and project on it. So in my opinion, like the prices I've seen in the past couple of days are insane. And if Bitcoin continues to go down lower, let's say it goes down to $35,000 to $37,000, yes, you will see Polkabridge come down here to 42 cent region. I would expect. We could even maybe make our way down, 40 cent region, 42 cent, quite easily. Okay, why? Because the micro caps and the small capped coins will get slaughtered again when there's a big correction, and they will go down faster and harder than the majority of the big alts. Okay, and no matter what you say, Polkabridge is a small capped coin. Okay, now what do I see happening? So right now there's your resistance and there's your support. Okay, we're getting squashed in here. Okay, to the apex, we're being held up by the 60 cent level of the neckline of the overall structure. And this is the daily chart, guys. So I could see something like this. If we break this, yes, we can start coming down here and into the kind of 40 cent region. That's okay. Okay, that does not mean we're going to be staying down here. You can see, like, people do see value in the price of Polkabridge down here, and it can get bought up very, very quickly. So the overall, we're getting now, there's pressure building, okay? There's pressure building in here in this apex. And the overall resolvement of that would be a move up and out, okay? That's what happens. This is a bullish structure, and we would have a pop, okay? An absolute pop. What I would like to see here is, yes, a pop out and maybe a double bottom. And again, I'm looking at the daily charts, so these are big high time frames. Okay, so there's a really crude drawing. Okay, I'd like to see something like this. There's your first bottom, there's your second bottom, and up to the neckline at 92 cent. An eventual breakout up here to test the neckline, and then we would have a pop. Okay, and what would that pop be, and where would I be thinking? Where would it go? So we'd have a 41% move from there. Now I could see this happening if Bitcoin reverses, which it will eventually. So I'd see a move to 129, 130, $1.30. That'd be my thinking in the short term to medium term. We do need to see Bitcoin reverse here, and it is getting very, very close to a reversal because we're oversold across the board on a lot of time frames. The weekly's on the floor in Bitcoin. We're getting close to a bottom. Sentiment is low, but we could still have that one last capitulation candle to get everybody out of the market. Okay, so I'd be looking at something like that up around here for a move out of this double bottom with a neckline at 92 cent, and that would be breaking out of our overall wedge. We could still continue down in here and create a lower second bottom, but look, we will see. This could be invalidated, but we'll see what Bitcoin does here. Okay, it's all dependent on what Bitcoin does. Okay, this is the weekly stochastic. It's flatlining, completely flatlining. And in my opinion, I'll say it again, this is a fantastic area to buy. The daily still can come down a small bit more to get oversold because we were making a move up, and you can see the daily here is in neutral territory, but it doesn't have to come down here, but it can. Or I can turn here and go back up. But we have been quite oversold recently. We'll go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour should be coming towards the top, and it still can have a good bit to go yet up to the 100. And let's look at the 6 hour. 6 hour should be just turning up, and it's turning up into the neutral territory. And the 12 hour is kind of neutral territory. And we'll go to the 1 hour. And the neutral is the 1 hour is in neutral territory as well. So yeah, we could have a continuation here of a pump, but again, everything seems to be waiting to see what Bitcoin is going to do. All right, so I wouldn't be panicking. That's me. Again, this is me. This is not financial advice. And then when I look at I'll go to the daily. The targets, the 0.618 of the fib would be up here at $3.11. Okay, once we get a proper breakout of this, and a proper breakout of this would be the double bottom being broken here, and us getting to 129, 130 region. Okay, that would show us we're breaking out now of this area. Okay, and that would be our target up here. So I'm still completely bullish on Polkabridge. The overall structure, is still intact. And I'm certainly not worried. That's, obviously, if Bitcoin keeps going down, this will go down as well, like every other altcoin. And the Bitcoin dominance needs to fall, okay? And we will have an alt season, and then Polkabridge and all the alts will start moving back up, regardless of what Bitcoin is doing. But to see the dominance down at 40% right now is very, very bullish, in my opinion. And I keep having to add in my opinion, because some people think that they don't have their own opinions and they have to listen to everything I say. But again, this is my own thinking on the crypto market. So this is the dominance, the Bitcoin dominance. So this will tell us whether an alt season is coming and whether Polkabridge will explode, how much money is in Bitcoin compared to what is in the altcoins. And right now there's 40% of the money is in Bitcoin. And technically, when you break down past 40, we are basically going into an alt season. And again, Bitcoin is holding on by the skin of its teeth. And to see Bitcoin at 40% dominance, and Bitcoin is technically has gone down quite a lot. This is very, very bullish for the altcoin market. And the majority of coins I hold are alts, but this is quite beautiful. And I would suggest if you see a kind of a close, anything under 40%, it's time to kind of start getting excited. We did close 3 days under 40%. It held just here, right there at 39.49. And sorry, 39.3 actually. And, you know, anything under that, I do see us going to 38 and a collapse down to 33 with the target, personal target of 30%. If you see that, you're going to see the alts explode, okay? And there are certain alts exploding right now, like Link, Chainlink, which I've been harping on about for quite a while. You know, I've been accumulating it and it was being suppressed and it's now $26, $27. You know, you could have bought it about 2-3 weeks ago at $19, $20. So Link is exploding. You got Atom. Certain alts are now going off, which is really, really nice to see. Okay, so this is the dominance, and this does hold, you know, a lot of kind of influence over where the altcoin market is going to go. All right, so guys, this is Surf Ireland Crypto. This is just a quick update. Yeah, it'd be awesome just if you could hit the like button, and if you are not subscribed, subscribe. That would be pretty sick. But yeah, Polkabridge, you know, I'm totally invested still. I'm not telling anybody to buy, but for me, this is where I buy. With the staking as well, you know, you can, you know, the staking is up at 30% at the moment. You can stake away and get more coins, which is awesome. So yeah, it's a winner, man. And, you know, lots of things to come in 2022. It's not certainly anything to do with doom and gloom. It's, you know, the going forward, what's to come. I have got total faith in Polkabridge. That's me, and that's my opinion. And this is why I'm putting out videos on Polkabridge. So we still have our huge weekly falling wedge, weekly, bullish. Okay, and that's bullish. Okay, coming back, hitting the neckline, bullish. Okay, of the cup and handle, the overall cup and handle. It's retesting it, which is beautiful. Okay, so these are the bullish things. The weekly stochastic is on the floor, right? And the overall target of this falling wedge, once Bitcoin turns bullish again, once Bitcoin turns bullish, I expect the move back to $3.11, and that is my own personal target. Do not be getting freaked out if you see it falling in here, okay? Further down and dipping in here, okay? That is just being squashed into this apex here, all right? So eventually, all corrections come to an end. We've been in a downtrend from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks now, nearly 2 months of a downtrend with Polkabridge. And those who are holding, you will get rewarded, in my opinion. Again, I had to add that in again. Okay, guys, so this is Surf Ireland Crypto. You got a bit of dominance there, and you have Polkabridge quick update. And awesome. Give me a subscribe and give me a like. See you later. Awesome.